So how come the Italians are so healthy? Because they eat bread and pasta. Well, that's one of the great misnomers of the Italian diet. Pasta is actually a very recent introduction in Italy. And incidentally, pizza was only eaten in 1890. That was the first pizza that was ever made. So these are actually very modern additions to their diet. Plus, the Italians always use pasta as their first course. It's called primi pasti. And they have a very small portion of it. And they view the purpose of pasta to get olive oil and vegetables into their mouth, things like basil and garlic and pine nuts. They don't view it as just eating a plain bowl of pasta. In fact, I've really never seen it over there. What's really interesting about the Italians is they actually have a high rate of arthritis. And I personally think it's from the breads and the pastas and the beans that they eat. But I was just having a discussion with Walter Longo, who wrote The Longevity Diet recently. And there are a bunch of Italians in southern Italy, south of Naples, in a village called Aciroli. And they've become very famous recently because they have the highest percentage of people over 100 years of age of any population in the world. About 30% of this town is over 100, and they thrive. And what's interesting is I've visited there and he's visited there. What's interesting is they don't eat bread and they don't eat pasta. They do eat a lot of lentils that they've cooked a long time, but their main food is anchovies and olive oil and rosemary. And you'll notice one of the reasons I tell people to eat a lot of rosemary is based on the Aciroli diet. In fact, it's so important that my fish oil, my Omega Ultra, is actually got rosemary extract in it, as well as a dense concentration of the fats, omega-3 fats that you find in anchovies. I modeled that fish oil after their diet. So it's a bit of a misnomer that they're healthy because of the bread and pasta they eat. In fact, there's a very famous doctor, researcher, Stefan Lindeberg, who wrote a book called Food and Western Disease, which is the definitive treatment. And he shows categorically that it's cereal grains and beans that are the negative aspect of the Italian diet, but it's compensated for by all the olive oil, by all the vegetables, by all the red wine that they drink. And you can actually filter this out and see that those pastas and breads are the negative aspect. Thanks for watching. Click the circular channel icon to subscribe and make sure you don't miss a single video.